Welcome to the Mind Over Matter podcast. My name is Alberto.
And I'm Randy.
Are you sure?
What do you mean?
You're like, Randy.
Alberto, because Alberto, I try to change up my intro because I always say, and I'm Randy. And Alberto's always laughing.
There's always something going on. So this is episode 6.
6.
Yes. And we're going to title it The Culture Wars.
Infowars.
The Culture Wars, Randy. Culture. I guess we'll start with the LGBTQ
Sure.
agenda.
Sure, Alberto.
Is it an agenda?
It's an agenda, Alberto.
By who?
By the government.
That's a government agenda too?
Yeah.
What is it? Like, what do you mean by that?
To get all the kids to be gay and trans.
What do you mean by, like, they're trying to turn all the kids gay?
Yeah, like, cause like now in the schools now they're teaching kids, like younger kids, about like sexual stuff, like, you know, like about it's okay, like, to question their gender identity.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Is that going on in every school, you think?
I think probably like more like in the probably democratic states.
And like Democratic governors,
Yeah.
and just like mainly Democratic places.
Yeah, more. I think probably more in democratic states than probably in any Republicans. Because look what Ron DeSantis is doing. Like, he's like shutting it down.
Yeah, with the, what's it called, that bill? Well, it's called the Don't Say Gay bill, but it's not really a Don't Say Gay.
I think it's like Don't Ask Me or something or some shit like that, right? Or I forgot what it was called.
It's probably like goes by
Don't Ask, I think.
Don't Ask or something like that. But you can't talk about gender and sexual orientation. It wasn't until the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
But they recently expanded it to all through high school. So you can't talk about that. Like from kindergarten to 12th grade. I think like in the last week or two that they expanded it.
Yeah.
So what do you think the goal is for the government to do that? Why do they want to turn the kids gay and trans?
Why?
Yeah.
Because that's part of the satanic agenda, Berto. They want all the they want all the kids to be gay because I think that's normal. Like, it's okay to be gay, but that's a deviation from God's design. Plan. Yeah. Because what does the Bible say? Like, that being gay is not normal.
It's a sin.
Yeah.
But
I mean, look what happened. Look what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah. There was a city full of gays, and God destroyed the city. So what does that tell you? Now, Alberto, this is like Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0 we're living in. We got like gays, lesbians, trans, people not knowing what a man and a woman is.
Alright, so let's start from the basics. You think gay people exist? Like, can somebody be gay? Like, born gay, I should say.
No, I don't think someone.
Think that's possible.
I don't think someone can be born gay. I think people think they're gay when they come into society, like as they start growing up in society, because they see like what's going on in society and they get influenced by that. And they're like, oh, maybe I'm gay, and they get confused.
Do you think it's 100% society driven?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look what happened. Like, look at all these celebrities. Like, they're the ones that are driving. They're the ones that shape up society by the way they dress, act. You know, people look up to them. And then all of a sudden your favorite celebrity comes out and says, guess what, guys? I'm gay.
Oh, yeah, I want to read a stat that I wrote down. It's the percentage of people that identify as gay through time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So traditionalists, this is like, I believe like 1900 to 1915 or 1920.
Yeah.
0.8% identify as gay, bisexual, whatever, trans. And then the baby boomers, the World War II generation, 2.6%. Then Gen X, 4.2%. Millennials, it jumps up to 10.5%. And then now the Gen Z is 20.8%.
Damn!
That's crazy.
So Alberto, you think why that is? Like, now there's more gay people more than ever. It's because of all the stuff that they're showing on TV now. It's all about that they have to include like a gay person in there or a lesbian person or a trans person in a show, and then
Yeah.
and then like they normalize it like oh like it's okay for you to be gay and lesbian and trans and question your identity.
Well, I don't fall as extreme as you. I think some people can be born gay,
I don't think so.
but well, I'm just saying my opinion.
Okay.
But I also believe a big part of it is, and why the jump is so huge now, is because it's society driven. It's like a culture thing. Like we make it okay, and we're introducing it to kids at a young age, and it's making them question things. And a lot of them, I don't think they're gay, but they believe they are just because of what society tells them and stuff.
Right.
But I think a small percentage could be born gay. That's just what I think.
I don't agree with that. Because I mean like Alberto, I don't think God makes people gay. Because we're all born in God's image. Alberto, if he designed people to be gay, then he would have made the parts fit. Right? Alberto, like Alberto, a man and a woman parts fit. Like there's no parts for gay or lesbian people.
Well, I'm just trying to distinct from religion as well. Like some people don't believe in God. Some people don't believe.
I think
some
people
people believe different religions, like they're Muslim, Christian, Catholic. So I'm saying, without religion being involved, some people could be born gay. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yes, that's my opinion as well as your opinion and also other opinions. But yeah, I think it's concerning that 20% of Gen Z identify as LGBTQ. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Because they want pretty soon they want a gay society run by gays. You're gonna see more gays, more. Alberto, and I say probably like and the next generation is gonna be even more. Like probably gonna be like 50% or something.
It's like doubling every generation, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be 40-something% next time.
Yeah.
Whatever the next generation is called, I don't know what it is.
Generation gay.
Generation gay. Oh my god. That's gold, Andy. Gold. All right. So let's see. What else? What else you want to discuss about this? I think I want to talk about specifically the trans thing.
Yeah.
Like, all right. In regards to everything, like gay, lesbian, bisexual, this is a free country. You can do whatever you want. We shouldn't like discriminate against them or put them in jail or something. Like, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that they were confused. It's a society driven thing. So it's like society made them question their identity into thinking they were gay, into something they're not.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, one of the big things that bother me is the whole gender ideology, like introducing kids to make them think that, oh, you could choose your gender. You don't have to be the gender that you were born with, like your biological sex. That's a big thing that's going on right now, in schools, like telling them, oh yeah, you could just choose your gender. You don't have to be a girl if you don't want to, even though you have the parts of a girl.
And yeah, or like if you're a boy, like what happened with that? I don't know if you know about that trans like celebrity, I Am Jazz. Like she has her own show on TLC.
Yeah.
Like my parents watched that.
Oh, they watch it?
Well, my sister used to watch it, and my parents, and like now like there's like a in the current season I think, she's like I'm sorry, I'm gonna say he because he is a he.
Right, he was born a boy. Yeah.
So he's a man.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking he was a female, at a young age. I forgot what age he thought he was a girl.
He was young. I think it was like maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, and his parents went along with it. So now like he's kind of regretting it, and like he's like, I'm confused. Like he's questioning like the whole operation, and like he got the surgery to make it his.
Yeah, I think they removed his penis and testicles, and then they made like a hole or something.
Yeah.
And then every
I think it's like in his anus, I think, right, or something like that. They make
I think they made a new hole. Like they took away his penis and his testicles, and they made a hole there to be a vagina.
Yeah.
and then I don't know how often it is, but he has to like put something in there so
Yeah,
it stays open.
like a lube, yeah, like a lube.
Yeah, because otherwise it'll close and heal or whatever.
Yeah,
Damn.
so then like there was like his mom was like they had a clip where like his mom was like talking to her friend or something, saying like how he's refusing to put on the lube or something.
Yeah, like he didn't. He was like tired of doing it.
Yeah,
He
like,
has to do it often.
yeah, like
And his mom's like, you gotta stay on top of it. You gotta do it. And he's like tired of doing it.
yeah,
Like,
and
that
then
sounds
she
traumatizing. Like,
and then she's like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen like if when he goes off to college, and like he doesn't keep on top of it, and then it's gonna close and heal. And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I'm gonna have to kill her.
She said that.
Yeah, she said that. She's like, yeah, she said something like that. Like,
I'm probably joking, but that's a weird joke to make.
yeah,
About your kid.
yeah.
Kill her. Jeez. Wow.
So like basically like the mom's like basically pressuring him to like
To continue with the whole
that he's a she.
Yeah.
So I think Alberto, that's child abuse, because like if he's like starting to like realize, oh, like I regret it and make a mistake and say, oh, mate, like I may not be a girl, oh, this is not normal or whatever, but like his parent, like now it seems like his mom's like the one's like pressuring him.
Mm-hmm. It just seems like
That's child abuse.
it's pretty much child abuse. Even
Yeah.
though he's an adult now, he's like 20 or something.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I definitely am a hard line against like any gender affirming, like the gender affirming care
Yeah.
for kids. Like, no way.
Yeah.
Like under 18, that's crazy. You can't get a tattoo. You can't drink. You can't drive.
Yeah.
But you could like mutilate your parts and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
Exactly.
The fact
Yeah.
that we, even as a society, like even accept it a little bit, it makes me want to believe your satanic cult idea.
Alberto, it's true, Alberto. Like Alberto, a lot of the stuff that they're doing is to make people lukewarm. They're Christians lukewarm and accepting all this gay shit that's going on in the world. Like all this gay. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to offend any gays or lesbians out there, but I mean the agenda to make you question your identity, like, into thinking that you're gay or lesbian, or you're born a man but you're a female.
Mm-hmm.
A man trapped in a woman's body or something.
Yeah, like that's it's. I don't know if it's still called this, but it's called gender dysphoria.
Yeah, gender dysphoria. Yeah.
Which is a mental disorder, but
Yeah.
people are like afraid to say that these days.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is.
Exactly, that's what it is. Yeah, you're
Like you think you were born in the wrong body. Like,
Yeah.
That's a disorder. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's something I feel bad for people like that have to go through that. I wouldn't want anybody that I know to like go through that, but it shouldn't be promoted, or I don't want to say not accepted, but it shouldn't be something that like society just says, oh yeah, it's fine. Like,
yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be accepted, but you should acknowledge it and say, like, hey, listen, like, this person has a problem, like, or acknowledge that this person has, like, and there should be solutions to try to help that person, like, people like that are suffering through that out, like, seek the help that they need.
Yeah. And another hard line I have is the trans women in sports.
Oh.
It's like these dudes come in here and like they're crushing the records and shit. Like
like the Leah Thompson.
Leah Thomas.
Oh, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas. That.
He's the swimmer. You know, he came in and won first place.
Yeah.
And then I think he did an interview a couple weeks ago on some YouTube channel. I forgot what it was. He said you shouldn't discriminate against him because he's a woman and he should be able to compete with women. It's like, no, you shouldn't.
Exactly.
You've been a man for however old you are, like 20, 30 years. You can't just go in there and compete with women all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then decide you're a woman. Maybe he took the easy way out, and he's like I have to compete against men. There's no way I'm gonna win a medal, so I'm gonna decide I'm a woman and get it the easy way.
That's pretty much what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the trans women in the different sports, especially, and there was a couple years ago, there was like a trans woman fighter in the UFC or something. Like did some brain damage to one of the other fighters, so like a biological woman.
Damn.
It's like crazy. Like,
yeah,
you can't have that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Like, you can't have that because you're basically a man versus a woman.
Exactly. So either you stay with the men, you have to like two or three options. You stay with competing with men, you don't compete at all, or you make a trans league.
Yeah.
You compete only against trans people.
Yeah.
But you can't have men and women competing with each other. Like that's unfair, and it's unjust, and it's not right.
Right. Or we actually get the help these people actually need.
What do you think the help that they need? What do you think it is? Like it's just therapy, counseling.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe something deeper. Like, who knows? Like, I mean, but like there needs, probably therapy, like therapy, counseling, like let them like figure it. I mean, go all the way back to when they first thought they were a woman, or when they first questioned themselves, their identity. What was the catalyst for that?
Yeah, that's will have to be resolved with therapy.
Yeah,
There might be some trauma or
yeah.
some other issues going on there.
Also, I guess the stuff with the bathrooms, like I mean,
The trans bathrooms.
no, I'm
Trans
talking
people
about
in
I'm talking
bathrooms?
about like let's say like a woman that believes she's a man. She goes to like you. Let's say you were like in the bathroom, right? I mean, look, I still haven't seen a trans person in the men's bathroom. But
What if? Because I was having a discussion with my family on Mother's Day.
yeah,
We're talking about all this, and one of them said that you've already been with a trans person in the bathroom, but you just didn't realize it because they looked like a man, and you just couldn't tell. What do you think about that?
it's possible. I don't know, and who knows?
I mean, for as long as we've been alive, I'm sure we've encountered a trans person in the bathroom. I'm sure of it.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but they would probably always have to use the stalls then, because I mean.
Right.
Because you're never gonna see a trans person using the urinals. Like, I mean, it's possible, but
I don't know how the surgery has advanced. Like, can a woman get a fake penis? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how advanced the surgery has become. But I guess the big concern would be like a trans woman, meaning a man, going to the woman's bathroom, and then the scary. I think there's a lot of fear mongering that goes on the Republican side. Like, oh, there's gonna be trans women going to the bathroom and raping your kids or something, but that doesn't really happen. But at the same time, it is concerning that it could happen.
Yeah, it could happen, or they could also they could also get rape the woman in the bathroom, like
Yeah,
you know.
which would be like the bad actors, like ruin it for the trans movement.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like the rapists that get caught or something.
Yeah, I don't think they should be allowed in the bathroom because they're not. They should go to they should go to like if it's a woman who believes she's a man, she should just go to the woman's bathroom. Like don't go into the men's room, or a man that thinks he's a woman and goes into the woman's room. I mean like that. I mean like. Just how I mean, like people that are against it, like they make them look at the bad guy, like oh look at this person, like they don't want the trans person to go to the woman's bathroom, but that's not a woman. And also you just gotta think about the biological woman that's probably like scared, because I mean that's a guy with the penis that thinks it's a girl. And then like who knows like that guy might be like horny or something, and then like and then he might just get in there and try to get with a girl in there or something, or rape her or something.
Yeah, I guess it's very messy because it's like if it's a trans woman and she's had all the surgeries and
yeah,
it looks like a woman, like 100%. Should she still go to the men's bathroom? How do you feel about that?
yes,
Yes.
it's a man. It's still a man. It's still a guy.
Even if he had his penis removed, it looks like a girl 100%.
Yeah.
Still go to the men's bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I mean, it's still a guy, even though like.
Yeah. Even though it presents like a woman.
Yeah. I mean, even though he does that to himself. He's still a guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because I don't think like the trans people having their own bathrooms should be a thing, because then basically that's promoting trans people and basically making people more okay with the fact that there's also like a third category,
Yeah.
besides men and women.
Yeah.
And then that pushes you further to accept all this fucking trans lunacy, insanity. So I don't think there should be like a trans bathroom.
I don't know. I haven't been on my mind yet, but I lean more towards like, yeah, they shouldn't. They should just go over to the biological sex bathroom.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if a woman or a man feels so comfortable with somebody from the opposite sex coming into the bathroom, you have to side with them. I think.
You said what?
Like if a woman feels uncomfortable, like if a woman says that she doesn't want to be with a trans man in the bathroom,
Yeah.
then we should side with the woman.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
we should side with the woman because then obviously she's, she feels uncomfortable. Like, same for us. Like, I feel uncomfortable having a woman come into the bathroom and say, "Hey, I'm a man." I'm like, no, you're not. You're a woman. go to your bathroom.
So you believe there's only two genders?
Yeah, there's only two genders, bro.
Yeah, I do too. The whole like they them and
non-binary. Oh yeah, like that's another insanity shit. Like all of a sudden you can identify as they them. I was like, what the fuck? Like that's more like towards the Gen Z generation now. Like they're the ones that are going along with all these fucking pronouns.
The pronoun police.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they want to impose all these, like language changes. They want to change the language.
Yeah.
Like they call women now, like person capable of giving birth or something. Like these weird terms. Like, why are you changing? It's just a woman.
Yeah, it's a woman.
Did you hear or see the documentary by Matt Walsh?
No.
What is a woman?
No.
And he just goes around asking people, like college professors, doctors, like, can you define woman?
Yeah.
And they refuse to answer the question. They're like,
damn.
A woman is someone who identifies as a woman. Like, that's not an answer. That's not a definition.
And what did he say? What did he say to them?
He keeps like pressing them, like, you don't want to give an answer? Like, you don't want to give an answer? That's like circular answer.
Yeah.
Like, a woman can't be someone who identifies as a woman. Like,
yeah.
What does the word woman mean?
Yeah.
And they refuse to answer. I think maybe one person answered it, like, right, which is an adult human female. That's a woman.
Yeah.
It's so weird, like, the people refuse to answer, like, a simple question like that.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, because their fear of hurting people's feelings or they want to be inclusive.
And I think, and that's another thing too. I think society has become too sensitive. Like now you have to like watch out what you say around people because they're so sensitive, and you have to watch out you have to acknowledge their feelings. So like if you say something like, "Oh, listen, like you're a man."
Well, if you say it like that, like whoa.
No, I mean like listen, like
yeah.
I'm like you were born like not like that, but I'm gonna say like I'm like listen, you're a guy.
Mm.
Like now people are too like scared to say what they think or believe around other people because they think they're afraid of how the person might react or worried about their feelings.
Trigger warnings.
Yeah, exactly. So society has become, like I said, this is a dumbing down of society, and also people have become like lukewarm in their Christian views into accepting all this shit. That's why this world is as fucked up as it is. Like,
because Christians and other religious people have like tolerated too much.
We tolerated like all this gay stuff and
so
now trans. Like, I mean, what's next? Like, what's next? Like,
furries.
Huh?
Furries.
What is that?
People that like dress as animals. You ever heard of that?
No, I never heard of that. I'm pretty sure
that's like a small it's like a fetish thing. Like they get off sexually, and they have like a furry convention. They all dress up as animals and stuff. That's totally different. But there are some weird people like they identify as like an animal, like a cat or a dog or something. I'm like, no, we're not tolerating that.
I identify as a bat.
Not a man, just a bat.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy that you can just say that. And also, like, you got, like, some weird, like, every once in a while, you got people, like, marrying, like, weird things, like a toy.
Yeah, like a car or something.
Or an animated character.
Yeah. But those are, like, there's very few of those people.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure as society keeps on going further down the
insane rabbit hole.
Exactly, the insane rabbit hole, I'm pretty sure that those people are going to start popping out of the woodwork.
Yeah, it's even more than them.
More and more, yeah, exactly. Exactly, that's probably, like, the next thing that... From trans to people like having sex with like blow up dolls and
yeah, all insane kind of things that's going on.
Yeah.
So you believe this is all part of the satanic agenda?
Yeah.
By the people above the government.
Right.
They're planning this too.
Yeah, it's all about like loose morals, like getting people to loosen their morals and accepting all this immoral shit in this world and society. that God warned us about.
And it goes hand in hand with the decreasing the population.
What do you mean?
Like, it's all part of the same agenda.
Right. They have multiple agendas in place, like to try to.
They're trying to kill people. They're trying to turn people gay and
Yeah.
trans. It's all part of the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And this all has to do with the devil himself.
Right. That's because like I said before, like I established in last episode, this is the devil's world. We're living.
This is the upside down.
Yeah, we're in the upside down. Yeah. So Alberto. So whatever the government tells us is a lie. So the truth would be the opposite.
The truth would be the opposite.
So like all these everything that's labeled a conspiracy theory and is considered misinformation would have to be the truth, and everything the government spews would have to be a lie, or is a lie actually. Everything. I mean, every once in a while they'll spill out some truths, but you have to like really pay attention to what they say, because like everything they say is like double talk. So you have to pay close attention to what it is they say.
So staying on this topic of the government, let's move on to Mr. Trump. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, they released the report. I think the guy's name is Durham. He did an investigation to the FBI about the whole Russia probe thing, where they investigated Trump for like his whole presidency, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they discovered that they launched the investigation based on nothing. Like, they had no evidence that Trump colluded with Russia. They had no connection with him in Russia. So it's pretty telling that they would launch an investigation based on just false information. Like, there's nothing there. So what do you think about that?
I think it's just like a waste of time. Like I think
What's a waste of time?
like I think it's just like a show. Like the whole thing was just a show, just to like keep us distracted from what's actually really going on. Like like getting people.
So do you really believe that Trump is like part of it too? The whole cabal.
Yeah, I believe he's part of it. I believe he's a piece of the puzzle too. Like a piece of like people, like there's people that that are Republicans that are Trump supporters, and they believe that he's actually the one to help change the government and for the better, because there's things that he said that make sense, and or he's revealed like what's actually going on. Like like the rigged, like I believe like the Trump election was rigged for Biden.
Like the way Trump says, like votes were actually stolen and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. So you believe the rigged election?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Because like I said, like these people, like I said, they're all puppets. Like they don't really control anything. So.
But if Trump's part of it, why would they rig it? Why don't they just? It wouldn't be rigged. It would just be Biden is elected, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't rigged.
But I mean, well, it's part of the show. Like he'll make it seem like, oh yeah, like it's rigged. So like he played his part, like to make people question the government, like.
So right now you believe that nobody inside the government or around the government is trying to expose the cabal or whatever?
No.
Nobody?
No.
So
I mean, to an extent, I believe they tell us some truths, like to try to, people that actually know, that don't trust the government, actually know what's going on. Like they rub it in our faces, like when they say something, and they'll be like, "Oh shit."
So it's all a show.
It's all a show.
Everything in the news, everything we see on the internet, it's all a show.
Yeah, it's all a show, Berto. It's all a circus act, like to make it seem like the government system is actually real, but it's not. They try to convince people that that this fake world is real, but it's not. It's all, Alberto, we're all in the Matrix, Alberto is like I said before, it's Alberto. We're in the Truman Show. We're all Trumans.
We're all Trumans.
We're all Trumans. Like
everything's fake.
Everything's fake.
What? How can you believe that though?
It is, Alberto. They're all actors. They all have
every single one of them.
Yeah.
And you don't think one of them would ever defect and be like, "This is what's really going on"?
maybe sometime, maybe they'll maybe some of them will actually grow conscious. Because I believe, what's going on right now. We're Alberta. We're in a spiritual warfare right now. It's us versus it's God versus the devil right now, and eventually you have to pick a side. So I mean, those that actually have a conscience and see what's going on, they might switch over and say, I can't do this anymore. And then they might defect.
How are you so sure that this is what's really going on?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you know that it's a global cabal? They're controlling every government. Everybody's in on it. And they're playing along. This is like millions of people. And nobody's saying anything. They're just going along with it. Like, how do you believe that? Like, 100% certainty.
Alberto, there's not millions of people. Like, people that control the governments, there's like less than us. There's not even a million people. There's like a few. Because there's more of us than there is of them. Like I said, like if people actually started waking up and realizing what's actually going on, like they know they would lose because there's more of us than there is of them. Alberto, like if
yeah, but you said that every celebrity, every politician,
yeah,
doesn't that number get into the millions of every country?
I mean, I don't know how many celebrities are there. Like,
I don't know either. But there's a lot of people. Say like 500,000.
Alberto, because how many celebrities are there in this country? Not that many, I don't think. Like,
let's see how many celebrities there are in the world. I mean, celebrities like objective, but number of celebrities in the world. Let's see. The fraction of famous people in the world. Let's see. Oh, it goes by like the number of Wikipedia pages for like a person, and it's 604,000. Which, I mean, if you have a Wikipedia page, that means you're known, I guess, right?
I mean, I don't know how reliable.
Right, let's cut it in half.
I don't know. I don't know how reliable Wikipedia is because, I mean, like it's based on like that's all run by people, right? So it's.
Yeah, but if they have a page of you there, then you have made some sort of impact in the world. They have to write about you. But for the sake of argument, let's cut it in half and say there's 300,000 people. You don't think at least one of them would say something? Or they're so, like, involved and they believe it so much that they don't want to?
They're brainwashed.
They're all brainwashed.
Yeah.
What about their family? Like, all the extended family and everything? People they interact with on a daily basis? You don't think they talk to them or say anything?
I don't think so. Like I don't think they would say anything about like what's actually going on the inside of Hollywood.
You think they would just keep quiet?
Yeah, because Alberto, remember, it's a big club,
and
we're not in it. You and I are not in the big club.
All right, so here's what I believe. I don't believe like to the extreme that you do that it's like a global cabal and like they're controlling the world. I believe that rich people have massive influence. Like Bill Gates, if you want something to get done, you could probably get it done. But I don't think it's like a conspiracy like, oh, we're going to do this and then we're going to release the pandemic. Oh, and then we're going to do this. And like, okay, what do you think about this? Okay, we're going to do this. I don't think it's like that. I think it's just rich people. They want something to get done. They pay people to get it done. And that's the way the world works. I don't think it's like a global mind like controlling the whole world. I don't believe that.
Alberto, you and most people don't believe that. That's most people, Alberto, most people have that belief where they say, oh, I mean, I don't see how the government's killing people. I do believe the government's corrupt, though, but I don't think they're capable of killing people.
They are capable of killing people. I never said that.
I know, but most people, like, I mean, like, if you were to, like, say one of the conspiracy theories and talk to a person and be like, yeah, I believe the government, I don't trust the government, and I do believe they're corrupt, but I don't think that they would do the things you say they would do. They're capable of doing the things you say they would be capable of doing. Mm-hmm. Like, I've talked to people, and that's their response. Like, they can't see past that. They just.
But I'm trying to make the connection that you have. Like, where do you get from those people to it's a global conspiracy and they're controlling everything? Like,
Well, Alberta,
where do you get that from?
Alberta, because I told you already, these people are Freemasons, and part of the Illuminati, so they're Satanists.
Yeah, but okay, I'm trying to make the connections.
Yeah.
The Illuminati is like a conspiracy theory as old as, I guess, the United States, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Like 200 years old. What makes you believe in it?
Alberta, the fact that the Freemasons exist, Alberta, and they're Satanists.
But
And the Freemasons, they have different branches of they have like different branches of the organization. There's the Knights Templar, which back in the day they were also Satanists.
and this is because you heard people talk about it like that. Like, where do you get that they're Satanists? Like, for certain.
Alberto, because I did a little bit of history, and Alberto, the reason why the Friday the 13th is considered an unlucky day is because on a Friday the 13th they were executed for the Satanists that they were. So back in the day, people, when they found out that there were actual Satanists in the society, they actually went about it and they burned and they crucified these motherfuckers and they burned them. You know, like how in Salem, like all the Salem witch trials, how they used to like kill off these satanic witches because they went to the woods and they started doing their voodoo magic or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back in the day, people knew how to take care of these fucking Satanist motherfuckers. they actually did what needed to be done. They killed them off.
Okay, well that's all right. Let's back it up a little bit. They killed Freemasons back in the day.
Well, the Satanists,
Whatever they weren't Freemasons, they were just Satanists.
they were like Knights Templar. Yeah, they were, and they I guess these people like Alberto, because like in this world there needs to be balance, right? When there's good, there also has to be evil. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm sure there's a few people that survived over the times, and then they infiltrated our government, Alberto, and then they became satanic.
So back then, the Satanists that existed, they were killed, but some of them survived and somehow made it into the government.
Yeah, Alberto, look at these Freemasons are in everything. Alberto, and this state in New Jersey state alone, there's like different lodges of Freemasons everywhere, and you see the sign that says "Free and Accepted Masons" in New Jersey. Alberto, there's like I don't know how many lodges there are, but there's a lot in this state alone.
Wow, just in this state.
So you can only imagine. I mean, I'm pretty they're in every state.
Yeah, I think they're in the whole country.
Yeah. So even if they're not accepted, I'm pretty sure they have like their secret meeting somewhere.
Yeah.
Cause they're only accepted in certain states.
Oh, they're not accepted in every state?
Yeah, they're not accepted in every state. Yeah.
Also, some states don't have Freemasons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're not accepted in certain, like they're not allowed to have lodges like how here, like you see there's lodges there in every town has every town has like a few lodges of Freemasons. So it's not just one lodge, it's like multiple lodges because like they go by districts. Mm-hmm. So there's a few lodges here and there, a few lodges there.
Damn. Okay.
So like I'm pretty sure like even in the states that they're not accepted in, I'm pretty sure they must have like an underground meeting somewhere, like they probably don't promote it. They probably meet in secret or something or somewhere. Mm-hmm. But they're not out there saying, "Hey, we're Freemasons. Like we're accepted." Like
yeah, they don't really talk about the Freemasons. You don't really hear about them.
Yeah,
they're very secretive.
Yeah, well, they're probably more allowed in democratic states like here,
New York.
Yeah,
California.
Yeah, they're probably out there.
What do you think that is then? If the whole government's involved, why just democratic?
Because Democrats are more.
They're more satanic than Republicans.
Yeah, Alberto, they're commies. They're pushing all this woke movement. They're the ones that are pushing all like this, like gay trans thing. Like you see, like the Republicans, like they're more against it. Like they're against like the indoctrination of kids.
Yeah, the Republicans, especially the trans thing, the Republicans are really pushing that.
Yeah.
I think they're making it like bigger than it actually is.
Yeah.
They're a little too extreme on that side, and the Democrats are extreme on their side.
Well, I'd say that the Democrats are too extreme.
So do you think there shouldn't be any gay or trans people in movies and TV and stuff?
Yes.
There shouldn't be?
Yeah, there shouldn't be, yeah.
At all?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, what do you mean about a why?
What if it's like part of the story? Like,
I mean, but why do they feel they need to push something? Why do they feel like they need to make a character gay or trans?
what if it's part of the story that the writer wants to make?
Because that's pushing that's pushing the agenda. That's making you accept. Oh yeah, it's okay for someone to be gay or lesbian or trans.
You think it's all just an agenda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like what? Otherwise, like why would there need to be a gay character or a lesbian character or like
Just for the sake of story and variety and human experiences?
I don't think so.
Like, I don't think it should be like extreme. Like you have 10 gay characters or something, in a story or something. But I don't see any problem with like there being a gay character or a trans character in a story. If it has to do with the story, if it's just like, oh, this is my gay best friend or something, and he adds nothing to the story, then yeah. But if it adds to the story, I don't see any problem with that.
I think there's Alberto. The problem is they're promoting questioning your identity.
Even there's like a gay character.
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
What?
Why do you think that?
Alberto is good to get people to accept.
Careful, Andy boy.
To accept them in your in society. Like I think there was like when they first pushed the envelope with like when they had the first gay character, I think was I don't know when it was. It wasn't until like recently where they started coming out with like more gay characters in TV shows and movies, right?
Yeah, the big thing I have a problem with is like they have like quotas sometimes. Well, you have to have 2 gay characters, 1 black character, 1 this, 1 that. Like that's insane. Like just let writers write their stories. But in terms of just having a gay character or a lesbian character or whatever, I don't think it's like a huge big deal.
Why can't people just be people? Why can't they just be people that are looking to like? I don't see why a person has to say, "Hey, I'm gay." Like, how does that add to the story? Like, unless
it's just like,
unless you're making like a story like a gay movie where like it's about coming out, and
right.
and people being okay with that. But I'm saying that then now you're basically pushing the gay agenda. Like anything that has to do with like okay like a story about like gay people like living their lives and stuff, then that's like you basically pushing. So I mean, pushing it on society like that. It's okay for people to be gay, like or a gay couple on like a gay movie about a gay family or something like that movie that A Cabin in the Woods, I think, or no, Knock Knock. I don't know if you saw that movie.
With Keanu Reeves.
No. No, not Knock Knock. I'm sorry. There's a movie that came out with that this guy did M. Night Shyamalan. That's supposed to be like a horror movie. Like it's like the apocalypse.
Oh yeah.
A Knock on the Woods or something like that.
A Knock on the Cabin.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Batista.
Yeah, and there's a gay couple.
Yeah, it's like 2 gay guys and the daughter. Yeah.
Mm.
I watched that movie. I'm just like, not just like why? Why does that? Why does that? Why does it have to be like a gay couple, a horror movie about a gay family?
Mm-hmm. Do you just think fundamentally there shouldn't be any LGBT in movies and TV?
No. I don't believe so because like I said that's pushing further to make people lukewarm and accepting gays in society. Because before back in the days like people couldn't come out as gay because they knew it was like morally wrong to be gay.
And then they would get like assaulted or killed or something.
Right. Yeah.
But you don't believe that, right?
I don't believe that, but like I believe that they should get the help that they also need.
Do you think somebody could turn straight?
I guess. I don't know.
Or you think that once you turn gay, because you said everybody turns gay, they're not born gay.
Yeah.
That there's no going back.
Depends how
deeply gay they are.
No, I wouldn't say that. I was like how deeply gay they are. How deeply gay they are. That's tough. That's a tough question to
That's a
answer.
tough question, right?
Yeah.
We don't have all the answers here, but it's something to think about.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. Like, I don't know what it's like to be gay.
Yeah.
I've never been attracted to a man. So I don't know. I guess they feel the same we feel about women, but they feel that towards men. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, who knows? Like, I mean, if they believe that to be their truth, then maybe there's no snapping out of it. I mean, like, there's no going back. But
It's a complicated subject because, like, even just talking about this is like controversial. But we should be able to talk about it.
yeah, exactly. But like, exactly, like you should be able to talk about it. But like, anybody that goes against the narrative, like you get canceled, and you're like, oh, you're such a bad person, a hateful person.
Yeah,
Oh, you must be like
bigoted.
you're a homophobe. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not a homophobe. I just don't like. Okay, you're free to live your life. If you believe you're gay, then that's your truth. Then that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, but I just it's okay for me not to agree with it. I could be, I'm okay. You're gay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't agree with people being gay. I mean, like, don't look at me as a bad person. I don't hate you. I just don't.
No hate. We're not advocating for violence.
Yeah, I just don't. I just don't agree with it. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I believe it's a deviation from God's plan. Like people weren't born gay, because like we're all born in God's image. God wasn't gay, right?
Exactly.
And if God intended for there to be gay people, that He would have created like another private part for
gayness.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to talk about abortion?
Sure.
What are your stands on abortion?
I think we made an episode on abortion. I think, right? But I think that might have
It might have been the first one, right?
that might have been the episode where it got removed. I guess. I think
we talked about it a little bit, but not too much.
that may have been the episode that got removed off of Spotify.
It might have been, but it was because of the whole pandemic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh.
Like, what's your general stance on abortion? Do you think it should be banned? Do you think it should be allowed? What's your stance?
Yeah, I'm not for abortion. I think there's very little like I think, like, I believe that there's only like certain. I mean, there's certain exceptions to the rule. Like, let's say like if you were raped, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, then in that situation, like I guess.
But even that's a little murky, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like there's like a gray area because it's not black and white.
No, yeah.
It's not like, oh yeah, either it is or it shouldn't be. Like there's a gray area. Like.
But you think in most circumstances you shouldn't be able to have an abortion?
Yeah. I believe in pro-life. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pro-life too. Like even, like I'm a Christian, but even like just non-religiously, it is like a fetus, is a baby in there.
Yeah.
It will eventually grow and be born, so you shouldn't just be able to kill it.
Yeah, and there's also a debate about like how many days, like how long further along it is until it would be considered that it's alive.
Yeah, it's like 6 weeks, 12 weeks.
And some people think that it's even sooner than that.
Yeah, like
because they think that as soon as it's already in there, it has the potential to grow, so it's already alive.
Yeah, like from a religious perspective, it's from the point of conception.
Yeah,
it's like you shouldn't be able to kill it.
Yeah.
But non-religiously, it's like, I think Florida passed recently the heartbeat bill. It's just 6 weeks. You can't get an abortion after 6 weeks. And that's it's gotten a little bit controversial because a lot of people are not in favor of it. Some people are like, oh, it should be 12 weeks or it should be 16 weeks. But at the end of the day, you have to take into consideration the baby. I mean, the woman, her opinion matters too.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't just be like, oh, it's my choice, so I'm not going to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people, they just like, they have a one-night stand and something happens, something slips through.
Yeah.
And guess what? Then all of a sudden, bam, you're a father or you're a mother.
Yeah.
And then they just think, oh, like, I'm not equipped to be a parent, so they take the easy way out. They just get an abortion.
Yeah. At the same time,
or like they're scared of what their parents might think or something, and then they just get an abortion.
Yeah. At the same time, they think there should be more resources for women if they're not able to get an abortion
Mm.
and they have the baby, they should be taken care of. Or at least the baby should. More than I don't think that they're really taken care of today.
What do
They
you mean?
kinda
Like,
just put
you
it
mean
through-
like what do you mean taken care of? Like by the government? They should be taken care of by the government.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so, bro. You're relying on the government.
Because what if she has like nothing? Like she has no family, and you're not allowing her to get an abortion. So what's she gonna do?
Then the guy has to like step up and give.
What if the guy's not in the picture? He hit it and quit it. That's what the government's for, Randy. For situations.
I mean,
like
if the government was if it was a functioning government that had the people's interests at heart, then yeah, under the circumstances, then yeah, she should be taken care of. But in this current government system, I don't agree that you relying on the government you shouldn't rely on the government too much. Like,
well, because the
'cause that's-
government is imposing the law that you can't get an abortion. So on the other side, they have to do something about that consequence, which is having the baby. Because they're making a law, you cannot have an abortion. Okay, so you have to have the baby. You don't want the baby. I guess the baby is either going to foster care or you have to take care of the baby. And if you don't have the support or the finances to do so, the government has to step in, right?
no, I don't think.
So what are they gonna do? They don't have the finances. They don't have the support. They don't have family.
I mean, they could always give it away for adoption too. Like if they can't, like unfortunately, or I don't know, like if they have family that would want to adopt the baby or give it off to family to help take care of the kid. But if they don't have any family, then that's tough right there. But like I said, like I don't think because I believe like heavily relying on the government for all our problems is the reason why we got into the mess of the situation in the first place. Look at what's happening with the economy. Like we're expecting the government to come and save us and help us resolve everything for us. Like
Yeah.
that's why there's so much corruption in this currently in this world. I mean, like they have all this power, and they could do so much good, but instead they only care about themselves. So by heavily relying on the government,
I just think if the government's gonna ban abortion, they have to do something to expand like support and care for a single mother or a foster child. That's all I'm saying. If they're gonna do something, they have to do something on the other side too.
but most likely they won't, because it's about creating division in this world, in this country. You know, people are fighting against abortion. So it's all these laws are just to create division amongst people.
That's the main part of the laws.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I'm talking about like people and issues that divide people, like abortion. What else? What other issues? Like the trans. It's all to like keep us divided and fighting amongst each other.
So it's all pretty much concocted by the government to create division.
Yeah.
All the issues we're going through right now.
All like the issues that are like that there's two sides to every issue, like gun control.
So let's do one last topic.
All right,
What do you want to talk about?
Alberto,
Something that doesn't take up too much time.
I want to finish my Bible verses.
Okay, go ahead.
So, these are the things that are going to occur. To know that we are living in biblical times.
Okay.
Number 1, world leaders say peace and security. Thessalonians 5:3. Nations attack and destroy Babylon the Great. Revelations 17:1, 2 and 17.
What does that mean?
Like this is Babylon. The U.S. is Babylon. Like right now, like look what's happening with the Russian-Ukraine situation. Like right now, I believe that's a catalyst, and it's only a matter of time before the U.S. gets involved, right? Or well, we are getting involved because we're supplying all these resources to Ukraine to fend off Russia. So it's only a matter of time before Russia like comes at us too, or tries to invade us as well, and then all of a sudden we're another World War III.
You think that's eventually gonna happen?
It could have. I mean, basically, the way the narrative is going right now, that's what it looks like. Eventually, something's gonna happen where probably Russia's gonna get mad or something.
It's gonna escalate
It's,
quickly.
it's gonna escalate, and then China, of course, is gonna get involved too because they're communists as well.
Yeah. So eventually, well, it could happen that we go into World War III.
Right.
World War III will pretty much be the end of the world.
I wouldn't say the end of the world, but pretty much.
With all the nuclear weapons everybody has, that's crazy.
Alberto, and that's gonna be a massive casualty to further depopulate us. I mean, think about it. Like you said, it's gonna be a lot of nuclear weapons being thrown around. So
Yeah.
imagine how many people are gonna be wiped out on all sides.
Yeah. That would be catastrophic.
And that will be part of the 2030 agenda right there.
Killing off half the world.
I mean, they're not gonna do it like in one fell swoop. I'm pretty sure like a good number of people are gonna be wiped off. But I mean, to reach their objective, there's gonna be people that die. Because this whole Russia thing is still going on. So there's people that died already a lot. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are of people that died in Ukraine and Russia.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, but the
Hundreds
numbers are escalating. So until I believe that the numbers will continue to escalate, and when we eventually enter the fray, there's going to be even more numbers because they need to expedite this to the 2030 agenda to slash us off.
They're gonna expedite and cause a war to kill more people.
Yeah.
To eventually get to their goal of the amount of people they want.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is number 3. Attack on Jehovah's people. Ezekiel 38:1, 2, 9 through 12, and 18 to 23.
Jehovah's people, is that Jewish people?
Jehovah's people, well, Jehovah's was what people Christians consider God. Like that's what his name is, right? Like in certain religions, in Christian religions, that's God, Jehovah.
Mm. Totally.
So basically, what that means is the Christian persecution.
They're gonna start targeting Christians.
Yeah, they're gonna start. Yeah, exactly. So if you don't agree with what's going on in the world, like they're gonna, it's the Christian persecution right now. Because I mean, like in a sense, that's what's happening right now with like if you don't agree with the gay or trans agenda, like you get canceled or silenced, or you get labeled as a hateful person.
Hateful, bigot, homophobe.
Yeah.
All the words, transphobe.
Yeah. So you get labeled as, so basically
you're marked.
Exactly. So then you're looked at as a bad person. So basically you're being attacked right there. But it's gonna get worse as time progresses, as more of this world this society gets more insane and over time.
Yeah.
It's gonna get worse. Like all the people that don't agree with it or stick to their Christian views, they're gonna be labeled as bad people.
Yeah, they're gonna be ostracized.
Yeah.
And shunned from society.
Yeah, because they want everybody to be more like Lucifer, like loose morals.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah, do what thou wilt.
That's a Luciferian phrase.
Yeah.
Do what thou wilt.
Yeah.
Just pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll be happy. And then number 4, War of Armageddon, Revelations 16:14 and 16. So that'd probably be like World War III when we enter the fray.
Mm-hmm.
Between the whole Russia, Ukraine, China.
China might invade Taiwan.
Yeah.
Right? And then
they might I believe that Russia and China might double team against us too. Like they might try to, who knows, they might try to invade us here too.
I don't think they'll be that stupid.
I mean, not invade, but they'll probably double team and attack us too, because we're Russian. I mean, we're the Ukraine's allies right now.
Yeah, and the main countries that are enemies are Russia, China, Iran, and some other Middle Eastern countries.
I mean, and look at it right now. Like basically, China can absorb us because like they're like number 1, I think, in economy wise. They're doing a lot better than us.
Yeah.
So Alberto, we heavily rely on China too much. With like we outsource all of our products. Like everything nowadays comes from China. Like that's what Trump said. He's like everything's made in China. Nothing's made in U.S. anymore. Like you look at all the toys and stuff. Like everything says made in China.
Yeah.
Mugs are made in China. Like nothing is made in U.S. anymore.
I think after the pandemic, a lot of companies are starting to like move elsewhere. So slowly starting to transition out of China.
I believe like we should start making our own stuff. Like I know you're trying to save money and everything, but what happened to good old American products? I mean, come on.
Nope, the companies want to save a buck. It's all about money.
Right.
It's cheaper to make it in China, so that's what they do.
And yeah, that's why China's profiting off of us, and that's why they're number one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's what companies do. Because they're all trying to save as much money as they can. Because they make everything here, they don't have to pay health insurance and cover all these things for Americans, and they don't want to do that.
I believe there should be. Labor. I believe there should be companies, like, or even like small companies or like people out there that are saying, you know what, I'm tired of everything being made in China. Let's start making American products, because American products are more durable.
Yeah, like a major company like Apple or Google or Microsoft or Walmart, not Walmart, like other companies that make products. If they actually had the balls, like to make products here, and hey, like it's more expensive, but it's made in America, I think a lot of people will support them, right?
But bro, that's never gonna happen because they're big. They're big companies.
I mean, it could because they have so much money. They could. They just don't want to risk losing any amount of money.
Because they only care about money, Alberto. Exactly. So they're greedy. All the big companies are big.
Corps.
Yeah, so like it would take like a small company, like startup companies, where like we want American products. So like they start like creating all these products made here in the U.S. We need to see more of that, I believe.
We should, yeah, but they need to get the cojones.
Which
to lose a little bit of money for a long-term gain.
Yeah.
Because like, imagine like having a Google phone or an iPhone that's made in America, but all right, it's like $1,500 or $2,000, but it's like it's made here. We're supporting our economy.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will go for it and support that company.
Exactly. Like even like the petroleum here. Like look at this guy Biden. He closed off the Keystone Pipeline, and like now we have to outsource to get gasoline. Yes. Like when he could have we could just get gas here if he were to open that shit up. But of course everything's being done on purpose to push the electronic vehicles on us. But not everybody can afford a Tesla, or
yeah, they're way too expensive right now. Even though Tesla slashed their prices because they weren't doing too well, they reduced their prices a few months ago. Well, those are made in America actually, so goodbye American car from Tesla.
I don't want an electric vehicle. I'd rather just have my car. My car's fine, thank you. Gas powered car. I'll stick with that. I don't want to be mysteriously killed off or exploded on with these lithium battery cars.
Man, you can still be killed, you know.
I could.
The government knows where you live. They could plant something in your car, and your car could veer off by itself.
Yeah, if I had an electric vehicle, yeah.
No, even with the car you have right now, they could plant a device that controls the car, because your car has electronics in it.
Yeah, but they would have to come to my house and plant the thing in my car for them to control my car.
Exactly. You're not awake 24/7, so they could do that.
Alberto, but my car's in my garage, so they would have to literally break into the garage to get into my car. I think we should cut that out.
I'm gonna put that part in. I think we should cut that out. Or you can keep fire, and you play with fire.
Or you can keep it. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. Okay, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. You heard me. All right.
All right. Last one.
And then it says, Christ throws Satan and his demons into the abyss. Revelations 22.
Christ throws who?
Satan into the abyss. That's when eventually he gains control over this world. He casts him out.
Mm-hmm. This is after the devil comes here, the Antichrist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, what's that thing called when people get taken to heaven? It's not the purge. Rapture.
The rapture, yeah.
Does that happen before or after the Antichrist? Do you know?
The rapture?
Yeah.
Well, Alberto, the rapture is like, yeah, because you have to you have to choose a side. Are you gonna be with God, or are you gonna be with, are you gonna go along with this insanity?
Mm.
And the insanity is under the devil's influence. Everything that's going on right now, all this woke shit, all this gays, lesbians, trans. Alberto, because Alberto, they worship the Baphomet. You know what the Baphomet is?
The goat thing.
The goat head with the breast of a woman
Mm-hmm.
and a penis of a man.
And it looks like a goat. It has the horns and everything.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a goat head with breast of a woman.
Isn't that's the devil, right?
Yeah, that's Lucifer. That's what Freemasons worship.
Mm-hmm.
So Alberto, that's why this world is the way it is. Because Alberto, isn't that technically what is happening right now with all these trannies? Think about it. They got breasts of a woman, and they also have their schlong, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a woman." So they're emulating the devil. That's the devil's agenda, bro. That's satanic agenda.
It's all part of the satanic agenda.
That's right.
All right.
To be okay with all this, to make us people lukewarm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not allowed to question it or say anything bad about trans people, because then you're a transphobe. Or you're a hippo person.
Yeah. They label you all these things to make you
a bad person.
A bad person and cast a shadow over you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you get canceled.
Yeah, you can't speak out against it.
Yeah.
You can't say anything. You can't say your opinion.
Yeah. You try to say your opinion on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
You get you get a strike or you get kicked out of YouTube. You're banned.
You're completely banned. Yeah.
Or Twitch, like that. What do you call it? That
Who?
Influencer, Aiden Ross.
What did he get banned for?
He got banned for saying like controversial stuff. Like he said like there's only two genders.
Oh, that's what he got banned for?
Yeah, like stuff like, yeah, like because he was going, like he was basically saying like, he's like, this world is insane and stuff, like he's like, yeah, all this woke stuff. And he's like trying to get like, he had like other streamers in his live stream, and he's like trying to get them to say, come on, say, he's like, say there's only two genders, say it, and like people wouldn't say it.
Oh wow.
I'm like, well, why won't you say it? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm right. He's like, there's only two genders. There's only a man and a woman, right? There's no, and then everybody else was like, like they wouldn't answer quick. Yeah, they're too scared to say anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird and scary part. Is like everybody's like tiptoeing around the issue. Like you gotta be careful what you say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
people are
very nefarious.
Because even Andrew Tate, he was telling Aiden Ross, he's like you're too scared to get banned.
Yeah, because he's pretty much invincible, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
In terms of like online presence.
Yeah, he's like I got banned, but they can't stop me.
Yeah.
But like, he's like, that's your problem. You're scared to get banned, but he finally did it. He got banned off Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's on a new platform, Kick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which has like they're
more free speech.
Yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want there.
Yeah. All right, Randy. Want to end it there?
Sure.
Okay, so that's episode 6.
Yeah.
We went through a lot of topics. Well, not a lot of topics. We went deep into a lot of topics.
Yeah. Multiple subjects.
Yeah. I think this was a good one.
Yeah.
We got very passionate.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people shouldn't be afraid to speak their mind. Like that's a way of silencing you.
Yeah, it's the number one right we have. It's freedom.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. They're taking your right of free speech away.
Mm-hmm. First
Amendment, and then next is the Second Amendment, which is the guns. So, like I said, the government is slowly taking our rights away. Like right now, it has a trickle effect. It's taking its time, but eventually you won't be able to say there's a lot of things we probably won't be able to say going down further down the line.
Mm-hmm. It'll be censored even more.
Yeah.
Well, by tech companies, right? Not the government.
The government, Alberto. I'm sorry, the people above governments, because they're the ones that are actually controlling these puppets.
All right, thank you for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find us on anywhere it's podcasts are available: Spotify, Apple, Google. And if you're listening to this, you can find us on YouTube. The channel is Alberto Hernandez, and thank you for watching.
See you next time.